So you on?
Okay. So my name is Al Walker. I am one of the co-directors of the Leave No Veteran Behind Green Corps Youth After School Work Program. We actually started this program as a summer project with the city back in July of last year for the summer program, which was a 6-week program for summer job training. That was part of the One Summer Chicago effort that was put on by the mayor, and he delegated the Office of Family and Support Services to be the spearhead for this particular effort. We were one of several different programs, about 4 different programs that employed thousands of youth over the summer. Our particular program employed 600 youth, of which we took on 60 of them at 2 different sites. Here at Windsor Park, we had 30 youth, and then on the southwest side, Bogan High School had another 30 youth. And we were able to maintain a rate of 90% graduation for the whole program. So that means 57 out of the 60 students who came into the program with us stayed through the 6 weeks and were able to completely successfully get their certification for doing the biking, the bike repair, the gardening, the tree and urban agriculture job skills all under their belt. We were one of also the programs that were chosen for the extension. So out of about 10 or so programs, we were one of the 5 that were chosen to continue the program throughout the school year. So we were awarded a contract, an extension contract for 40 weeks of training with the young people.
Congratulations, that's beautiful.
And so now this is actually what's going on in the background here is the after-school program is about to start. So today they're going to be doing some gardening on the outside for about an hour. We have a property that belongs to the church, which had been abandoned for over 30 years, that the students, with the help of some of the Green Corps workers, the adult workers, and also some of the corporate partners that we in Leave No Veteran Behind have been able to establish. Actually started that garden back in towards the end of July. And so it's been thriving and helping to supply the church with fresh vegetables for the past 6 to 8 months. So we're continuing that effort right now, where we are replanting, we are making new beds, and we're eventually going to expand the garden to take on at least triple the capacity of what it took on last year. So we're in the process of doing that right now.
Now, what's some of the things, planning-wise, that you kind of, I guess, planning right now?
Planting right now. Recently, we've put in some cherry tomatoes, 2 varieties of cherry tomatoes. We've put in some radish, also some chard, some squash, some lettuce, some beans, and a couple of different types of other greens. We put in some kale and also some spinach.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a good variety of things, because there's a lot of land. It's a lot of land, but you're even doing more than one would think you could do on that land. That's a lot of different varieties, so that's pretty cool. Because I know you said you're going to expand now. Do you guys connect with Saginaw Neighbor Yard too a little bit?
What we want to do, especially this year, as far as the Saginaw neighbors are concerned, we want to incorporate where we're doing a backyard gardening project. So everybody within, and I need to come to the next meeting probably for Saginaw neighbors.
Because I wasn't at the last one, so I don't know that you speak at the last one.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to ask them for some time for next month.
I got you.
Absolutely. So what I want to do for next summer, or actually this summer now, summer's almost here.
True.
So what I want to do is expand the whole gardening concept as far as the vegetables for not only this garden, but also for this garden to now become like a feeder garden for anybody on the Saginaw block that want to start a backyard garden.
Okay.
We've got soil that's already been delivered. We're going to have more soil coming in.
Okay.
So I'm sure out of that particular proceed of soil, we've got enough to kind of help others jumpstart gardening in their backyards that we can help to supplement.
Okay, and what I would get, because Jen is like our mate to us for Saginaw, like our master gardener. She don't see herself in that way, but she know more than what we know. But so I would definitely talk with her too.
Yeah.
If you haven't spoken with her, let her know.
I will. I need to call her and let her know a couple of things, actually, because on June 11th and 12th, which is almost here.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to have a corporate partnership day with Aon. So Aon is going to bring some of their employees here to help us work on the garden.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's going to be a project where Saginaw neighbors will also be benefiting from, because we're trying to get some of that effort, that help into the Saginaw neighbor flower garden to help do some upkeep with that.
Good. And the reason why we mentioned Saginaw neighbors, those who's watching the video, because the church is on 76 in Saginaw. So it's kind of just showing how the church is combining with the community as a whole in a nature kind of way, not just spiritual and nature. I guess both about the same, seem like one of the same. But just letting you know, because people are like, why are they talking about the neighbors? Because the church is surrounded, by Saginaw, and you guys have been so productive in the community. And that's why I interviewed you today, because I wanted people to know more about what you're offering into the community. With the program, with the kids, what's the future? I know you had like some future looking to go ahead with some more things you want to do.
Exactly.
Right.
So even though we started out with just Green Corps, and in the summer we did Green Corps,
Okay.
what Leave No Veteran Behind as an initiative has also started is STEAM Corps, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So STEAM Corps is an extension of what Green Corps was during the summer. So what we've done with the young people throughout the extension, throughout the whole school year, is we've introduced them to the science of learning how to use renewable energy solutions to solving our energy needs.
Okay.
And the way that was done primarily is we taught them about solar power options. Through that particular effort, we were partnered up with Inspire, which is a group from UIC, a group of scientists, engineers, venture capitalist types of individuals who are also tied to a corporation called Seven Nathan Labs. And Seven Nathan Labs goes around the world basically building solar panels to areas of the world that doesn't have access to enough natural energy to have electricity or any other types of modern devices. So for example, one of the places that they've been recently was Sri Lanka. They've done some work over in India and Sri Lanka. So that's who we partner with.
Okay.
In that effort, the young people were able to build their own solar panel cell phone chargers.
Oh, that's impressive.
They were actually hands-on with it. They did all of the engineering work behind it. They organized their solar panels. They did all of the soldering and all of the connection of all of the wires, and they attached their USB connectors. They basically did all the work themselves.
I'm totally impressed. How long did it take?
The whole project lasted for about 3 months roughly.
Okay.
So from like last November, they kind of started with introductory stuff, and then in December and January, they started to get into the actual construction and building of the solar panels, and then by like January, February, they were able to produce their own solar panels.
I'm speechless. I think that's beautiful, and it's right here in the neighborhood. It's right here in the neighborhood, and that's the point. I guess I definitely want to point out. I it seemed like such a good program actually that even when it comes to amount of kids, what would it take to get more children and more students? Because it seemed like you seem to have a passion for this, and I know your partner in this, which is Rob, right? Who's currently not here right now. He had a emergency, but he will be in. Has such a huge passion for it. How would you be able to go about? What would you need to get more maybe children involved, students involved? That's the word I'm looking for.
What we want to do is actually, the city is kind of helping us with that because last year they had a total of 600 in the Green Corp program. They want to actually have 900 in the Green Corp program.
Okay.
So, for example, our effort will mean that we're going to have double the amount of students that we had last year. But even saying that, what we want to do is enlist other partners outside of what the city is able to do now as far as capacity,
Right.
and bring on additional youth through different types of other types of partnerships, whether it be other community groups or other private and corporate sponsorship.
Okay.
We want to be able to bring on more students, and right now we're in the process of solidifying relationships with Aon, as I mentioned before, Guggenheim partners who we already have a relationship with.
Okay.
And also we're trying to develop a new relationship with Boeing.
Okay.
Who we have made contact with and are starting to figure out how we can work out some type of a partnership relationship with. And with that being said, we want to be able to bring on under our own umbrella of STEAM Corps.
Right.
Which we want to be a co-existing entity with Green Corps.
Okay.
We want to be able to bring in an additional 90 or so youth in that particular track, and then have them go through a process where we're creating an opportunity for them to go and receive higher level of skill in all the different types of STEM and STEAM related jobs that are out here, and which are basically taking over the world economy right now.
You know, I'm gonna have to ask you to go home and replay this video just for more questions. That's like in my head. It's like it has like this so many thoughts and emotions of excitement about where this can go. And again, it's right here in the community, along in a church being a part of it too. And I keep throwing that out there. I say that church-wise because a lot of times people, church is not doing anything. They don't try to help. But I like to promote that churches do something. And it's the people in the church too that people need to pay attention to. It's not just always your pastor. You in a church, you do something. And you're a person that's in the church and very faithful to the church. I see that you appear to be. You come, you hear, this is your church, you do your thing, and that's great. And you really promoting that too, that the church is here, I'm a person from the church, I'm using that spirit and knowledge that God gave me in my experience to help kids. At the end of the day, or children, or students, at the end of the day, that's all that really mattered, that you're passing on some type of knowledge, and you're definitely passing the blessing on, and I'm grateful. You know, I'm so honored that I had the chance to meet you, Alvin, and find out more about you and the young kids, the students. They are wonderful. You know, I got a chance to see them outside when they were playing around. you know. So this is one of the most positive things that's going on in the southeast side, on the South Shore, South Chicago, South Shore, however they want to split it up. This is something positive that's going on here, and thank you so much. And again, I'll be playing this back and probably have more questions to ask later.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you would like to add on? Because you said so much already.
Just one other thing is that we are in the process of trying to expand. So that means if we want to bring on more students, we're going to need more space.
I was thinking about
that.
So
as far as the real estate aspect, that's our next pivot point here. We're trying to acquire property for like little or nothing that are out here not producing anything, whether it be abandoned land or abandoned buildings. That's also part of the regeneration process.
True.
So you're not just re-educating or inventing.
You're taking a cycle. It's almost like you're recycling.
Exactly. You are recycling what's
They're already there.
Yeah, what's already here and not being used.
Right.
You're repurposing it to be used for something else, or you're revitalizing it to be used for what it was intended for in the first place. So that's the next thing we're looking at.
Okay.
As far as expansion, not only with the number of people, the young people that we're impacting, but also to better impact the physical aspect of the neighborhood through the abandoned properties that are all around here.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you again. Alvin, here at Windsor Park Church on 76 and Saginaw. You can come out and see the students out here actually working in action. And usually you're here like a Saturday evening?
Yeah, Saturday afternoons. Well, morning to afternoon. We're here between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Okay.
Usually we are out in the garden or we're in here fixing bikes or doing other things.
Right. Now today is a bike day?
Today will be a combo day. We'll
Okay.
do a little bit of gardening out there, and then we'll come back in here and go through all of our bikes and do an inventory and a check on every bike that we have.
Okay. And this is a good thing about using the church too. You're actually using the space for something totally, really living in the church, and that's another thing to point out, like you say, recycling and using that space instead of rebuilding things. Use these places and make them like your home. And this is what's going on here. Thank you again. I appreciate you spending the time with me, answering these questions, and I'm totally impressed. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity.
No problem. Thank you.